39 games in his career for Detroit Mercy. He's already got 3 goals on this season as we are just about set for opening face-off. It's Will Lynch for Notre Dame, and the Irish are going to start the 2022 season with possession. What a start for Notre Dame. What a start for Chris Kavanaugh, the freshman, number 4 overall recruit for Inside Lacrosse, the younger brother of Pat Kavanaugh, currently on the team, and former Notre Dame standout Matt Kavanaugh. And the Kavanaugh legacy continues here in South Bend, as there's a shot on goal, but it's saved. Irish, and no coach in the country has more wins at one school than Kevin Corrigan does for the Irish.
And when we spoke with him too, Grant, he was even saying on Kavanaugh's side of it, when you look at Kavanaugh, Pat that is, there's not much more you can say about his play than what's already been said. And I say that's the same.
And already in this first quarter, Notre Dame with 8 shots on goal. And they've got 3 goals to show for it, as the freshman for Notre Dame, Will Lynch, continues to do the work in the face-off circle. This time the Titans come away with it. Emmy's got to back up his defense. 3 goals from the Kavanaugh brothers in this opening first quarter of the season for Notre Dame, and I have a feeling it won't be the final goals they score.
Navy has always been a solid defensive program as well. So as Notre Dame head coach Jerry Byrne leave to Harvard, they were able to pick up Coach Wellner to keep that defensive unit strong.
5. Another face-off win for the freshman, Will Lynch. Full head of steam, lets it fly. For 5th in the country, and already in this first quarter, Pat Kavanaugh has 5 points, 3 goals, and 2 assists as the final seconds tick off of this first quarter. Brian, final thoughts on what was a electric first quarter?
The Kavanaugh show, both with scoring and assisting.
Det Mercy, and in the first quarter, it was all Kavanaughs. 2 of them, Chris, the freshman, and the junior, Pat, accounting for 5 of Notre Dame's 7 goals.
And a big reason they're able to get those opportunities is coming from that face-off X. Notre Dame right now is winning 6 of the 7 face-offs that have happened. And that's something that Lynch, as a freshman there, along with some of the other guys, is important for them this year.
The freshman, number 22, Will Lynch, back in the face-off circle to start this second quarter. He was the number 2 face-off recruit in the class of 2021, 5-star recruit out of Chaminade High School. This time, Lynch unsuccessful in the circle, and the Titans will set up their offense. Boys, coming off of a 21-goal, 10-assist season last year. He scored 7 goals in Notre Dame's 2 NCAA tournament games and came up big for the Irish in some close contests as well, as Lynch and Barada continue to battle for it in the face-off circle. Possession is awarded to Detroit Mercy, but Wheaton Jackaboys scored 4 goals versus number 3 Maryland. Save for Entenmann to make, and Detroit Mercy on the board in this second quarter. It's a 7-goal lead for Notre Dame, and we touched on it a bit, and it's a 9-1 advantage. Chris, the freshman, showing you some of that shot speed he's got. College lacrosse contest.
Where that ball's coming from.
Colin Hagstrom is now in the face-off circle for Notre Dame, replacing the freshman Will Lynch. Hagstrom is a sophomore Minnesota native, did not see any action a season ago as a freshman. mentioned, Brian, in his first 3 games, and that's not an easy thing for someone in their first season as a full-time starter. Hagstrom in the face-off circle again for Notre Dame. We've seen the freshman Will Lynch and the sophomore Hagstrom thus far. Manuzik tried to save it for Detroit Mercy, but gave it away to Bryce Walker, who's got a free lean to the net, and he takes advantage.
And gets on the board for a goal today.
Walker had 2 goals and an assist all of last season. He's already on the board here in 2022. Will Lynch back in the face-off circle for Notre Dame, and Maximus Shallot comes from the wing and scoops up the GB.
And now McGinley is on board.
Mark McGinley, the senior, has played in 6 games for his career. Tonight is the 7th, and he just picked up his first goal. Hagstrom looked like he came away with the face-off victory originally, but both teams unable to scoop up the ball. It's still loose, trickles out of bounds. And it's going to go to Notre Dame. On another one with just a minute to go until the halftime break.
But the ACC conference, those games prior to leading up to the tournament play, just gets these guys prepared.
Freshman Will Lynch wins another face-off to start this second half for Notre Dame. Talk about the tournament success for the Irish. They're still trying to cap. Second goal of the game for Bryce Walker, the sophomore, already has tied his goal total from last season as Colin Hagstrom comes away with a face-off win. Hagstrom, native of Maryland, had a 17-game point streak dating into last season that he extended to 19 straight games. More than capable of filling up the stat sheet is David Lipka.
14 today against Detroit Mercy 7. And Grant, coming off of that man-up possession for Notre Dame, that's big for those first-line guys to get together and score. They had a chance.
19 goals and was second on the team with 31 points a season ago. Was a team captain for Colgate last season, elected to spend his graduate transfer here in South Bend with the Irish, and just picked up his first goal as a member of Notre Dame. Jake Taylor played in the first 2 games of the season for Notre Dame last year prior to being injured, scored a goal versus Bellarmine, and now scores off the timely feed from Davis Allen. Jake Taylor, with 2 goals in this season opener, now has the most goals in a season in his career. And there is another new goaltender in net.
He gets his first goal today.
Davis Allen, the all-time points, goals, and assists leader at Pelham Memorial High School in Westchester County,